Good evening, beautiful people. It's your favorite real estate agent in the Chicagoland area, and I'm here to help you build a legacy that moves you. How you all doing tonight? I am so excited that you all are joining me for the Building and Bonding series. Let me pin the comment. Hey, Miss Sherise, I see you. I'm going to invite you shortly. We will be assembling the dream team. Let me get this really quick. Let me pin this so everybody know what we're doing. Sherise, I am adding the dream team. I'm clicking accept. I don't know if it's going through. Hey, beautiful.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
You look so pretty.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for joining us for our Building and Bonding series.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Thanks for having me.
So for those who aren't familiar, Building and Bonding, Assembling the Dream Team, I'm taking you behind the scenes so you can meet the individuals who are essential to your success in these real estate streets. Okay?
Okay.
And Miss Sherise Pleasant, she is the best when it comes to credit. All right? And she gonna get us all the way together. So Sherise, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Sherise Pleasant, CEO of Pleasant Financial Services, where me and my company, we specialize in personal credit, business credit, and taxes. We've been doing this thing. We've been in the game for a while. Been working on personal credit for about 9 years, business credit as well, taxes for about 14 years. I just became the ambassador of Illinois with the Association of Black Tax Professionals. So I'm very excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's where we at, located in Chicago, Illinois. My office is located on 94th and Western.
Yes, yes. So, Sherise, we're going to start off super simple and basic, and then we're going to build our way up. We're not really sure where our viewers are tuning in from and what their level of expertise or knowledge is. So let's start off with something super simple. What are credit bureaus for those who are not aware?
Your credit bureaus are the companies who keep track of your personal credit. You have TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. This is the credit monitoring companies that monitor your credit from the ranges of a 300 to a 850. This basically helps them understand how responsible you are as a person to be able to purchase vehicles and homes and, leverage of different credit cards and etc.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so we got 3 credit bureaus. Y'all got that. And for those that are watching, if you all have any questions, just drop them in the chat as we go, and we'll try to get to those. All right. What is a credit report, and why is it so important?
Your credit report is the report of history of who you are. That's your identifier. That is to let the creditors know who you are, how long you've been building credit, if you have credit, if you do not have credit, if they want to give you credit. That's basically what your credit report consists of, is basically information that's on there to let them know, hey, if they can give you this line, if they can't give you this line, what do you need to do to build to get that line? So your credit report is very important. And if you have not ever received a credit report or got a credit report, I advise you to get a good credit monitoring service to get that credit report.
Okay, because that was my next question. How do I get a copy of my credit report?
You can go to freeannualcreditreport.com.
Okay, wait.
I
don't want that to go. That was quick.
Free.
Repeat it one more time for the people that couldn't catch it.
freeannualcreditreport.com.
Okay.
This will allow you to be able to see your credit, all 3 viewers be able to see everything that's on your credit report. So you can get a little bit of knowledge and education on what you got going on. Sometimes we go out and we get this stuff, we forget. As kids, we grow up, parents may have got something in our name. We don't know.
Lord knows.
I seen it all, and it's important. So if you do not have a credit report, freeannualcreditreport.com is the site to go ahead and get you one.
Okay, okay. Now, as far as your service is concerned, okay, so let's do this. If someone wanted to repair their credit, do you advise them come straight to you, or are there some things they can possibly do on their own before coming to you?
Absolutely. So my advice is always, if you have the time, if you can be consistent, and if you want, yeah, go ahead, repair your credit. It's important, right? Um, you can definitely do it. It's easy. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you have those that don't have the time. You have, you may not have the time. You may, you're not going to be consistent. You just don't want to do it, period. And then that's when I will advise you to come to Pleasant Financial Services.
Okay. So next, you might have some negative items on that report
Look,
that you need to
Cierra, hold on.
remove.
It look like you got you a little filter on. Hold on, because you got me out here
Oh, girl, you know
barefaced
I'm
and
gonna
stuff
keep
and
a
it's all
filter
easy.
now.
Let me down go, girl. Wait, is that what it is? Let me play with it a little bit.
You know I'm gonna keep a filter, honey.
Look, I see you, girl. I'm like, wait a minute. She
I
look
was
all
just in these real
bedazzled and
estate
stuff. You
streets,
got the
girl. I didn't have
lashes.
time to change, okay?
Yeah.
I ran in the house and I hopped
Girl, you
on
see
because I didn't want to
me.
be late.
Yeah, literally, I just got off of work. So I ran in this house too. I said, oh, Sierra gonna kill me. But hey, we here.
We
So
on the same,
let's go.
we on the same page. Busy,
Look,
still
I'm over
trying to
here.
make it happen.
Look, I'm over here messing with some of everything. But go ahead, girl. I'm ready.
Okay, so for those who have got their credit report from annualcreditreport.com,
hmm
now they see some negative items listed. What are some ways in which they can have those items removed?
Okay, so you see some negative items on your credit report. Okay, for those that don't know that you do, let me look, wait, y'all, I'm sorry. You do have a right to dispute anything that's inaccurate on your credit report, right? The FCRA gives you that, which is the Federal Credit Reporting Act. Okay. Basically, when you are in the process of removing these things off your credit, you want to search for the inaccuracy on your credit report. And that is very important. Everybody asks, like, what is the inaccuracy on your credit report? I'm going to give you an example, all right? Say, for
Okay.
instance, Sierra, I'm Macy's, and
Okay.
you got a line of credit from me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm reporting to the big three, which is the credit bureaus, every month about what's going on with your credit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have a good credit monitoring service, who we just talked about, and it's important for everybody to have one, you'll be able to see what account was open on your credit report, when it was open, when it was closed, when you made a payment, when is the date of last activity,
Okay.
when the account that was reported to your credit report. Okay. So understand that if I'm a creditor and I'm reporting to all three viewers, guess what that means? That means I should be reporting the same thing to all three
Right.
viewers, correct?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I say look for inaccuracies, I mean look at all three viewers. Look at your credit report. See what those accounts are reporting. Example, if I'm Macy's and you open me March 16, 1985, guess what? March 16, 1985 need to be reporting on all three
On
viewers,
all three.
right?
Okay.
But if one
Mm-hmm.
viewer is reporting March 16th, but another viewer is reporting December 13th, and the other report is reporting November 15th, that's inaccurate.
Right.
How is it possible
How is it
that a
possible? I'm
creditor
curious about
is
that. They may be
reporting
having different things.
exactly? It's inaccurate. And you have a right to dispute that inaccuracies because it's a violation. And if you know the wording, if you know the different sections of the FCRA, you'll be good and you can go ahead and dispute it yourself.
Okay. All right. Now let's get to a good credit profile. So say I want to go get a loan, I want to go get some credit cards, I want to get a business line of credit. What credit profile is considered good? What are they looking for? Like, what is a goal for someone who's trying to work on improve their credit? What's a good goal for them to reach?
I tell a lot of people, your credit profile is made up into 5 different categories. All right. It's the pie chart. And I call it the 35, 30, 15, 10, 10. And
Okay.
basically, to break that down for you, 35% is payment history. You want to make sure that your payments are paid on time on your credit report because that makes up 35% out of that 100%. The
Okay.
30% is your utilization, such as your credit cards. You want to make sure you're underneath that 30% with that utilization. That is very important. Don't max out your credit cards. And if you do not know how to use your credit cards, you definitely need to learn how to use it, because it's a way that you can hide that utilization, to go ahead and get that credit score where it needs to be. Okay. The other category is 15%, which is the length of history, which basically is the longest accounts that's on your credit report. Everybody out here saying they repair credit. Oh, I could get this off your credit in 30 days. I could do a sweep. I could do that. I tell people it's possible sometimes. Sometimes it's not possible, but do not allow people to wipe everything off your credit report. You're taking your history away. And that's
Right.
50% of that 100%. The next category you have is a 10%, which is a mix of credit. You want to make sure that you have involvement loans. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, revolving loans and installment loans. Okay.
Okay.
And then the last 10% is inquiries. You want to make sure you're not pulling your credit too much. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's tricky with inquiries, right? When you're dealing with inquiries, you can have a 720 credit score, Sierra, but if you got a whole lot of inquiries, understand that a creditor would deny you. Why? Because they look at you as if you're a desperate lender. And they see that. They see you that want to try to apply for Bank of America, Chase, and PNC, and American Express, and Capital One, all at the same time.
Right.
So they like,
Right.
you're fishing. Too much new credit can deny you credit as well. So you just want to be careful. You want to make sure that everything is on the up and up. You want to make sure you're looking at that credit report. You have a great credit monitoring service, so you can be strategic. You can know how to remove those inquiries off your credit report, so you can establish some business credit and some lines of credit.
Okay. So I'm asking for a friend, right?
Okay, ask for a
You can
friend.
get those inquiries removed.
Absolutely.
Just said that. So your
Absolutely.
service can do that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
right. Just asking for a friend.
Yes, ma'am. Ask for a friend.
So what are some perks of having good credit?
Well, perks of having good credit is basically positioning you to be able to leverage. Your personal credit is the foundation of you getting everything else. And I stress that to a lot of people. Do not max out your personal credit. Do not use your whole personal credit, because once it's gone, it's hard to build that back. You know, it's hard to build those relationships back. Perks of having good credit is you get good credit cards. You're able to get high limit credit cards, right? You're able to get low interest rates when you're purchasing homes. You're able to get low interest rates when you're purchasing a vehicle. When you're trying, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're trying to establish business credit, such as getting some type of funding for your business from a bank, a line of credit, working capital, your personal credit plays a major part. No, the line of credit and working capital for your business does not show on your personal credit, but they look at your personal credit. It becomes an inquiry sometimes if it's with a traditional bank, because they want to make sure you're responsible. They want to make sure that if they loan you this $100,000 line of credit, they get their money back. You're responsible enough to pay them back.
I understand that. I definitely understand that. Now, I've heard people talk about trade lines. Can you explain what a trade line is?
Yeah, so a trade line is basically an account that you could purchase, or if you know somebody who's very responsible, that has really good credit, had a long lengthy account with a nice high limit on their credit report. They never failed delinquent in, such as Chase, right? So if you have a Chase account, Sierra, say for instance, you have a Chase account, and you may have had that Chase account for 15 years. It has like 27,000 on it. You were never late. You always paid it on time. I would ask you, hey, could you put me on there as an authorized user? No, you're not giving me access to that. To that card, right? I'm not spending your money, but basically what you're doing is you're helping me leverage my credit. And if they can't get it that way, it is a certain such thing as they can, purchase. I don't know, I don't sell trade lines, but they can, I know people out here, and I heard people say that they can purchase some trade lines to put on that credit report. But the best way to do it is if auntie, uncle, sister, brother, dad, mom, that's the best way to do it.
Somebody responsible in the family.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
responsible, had it for a long time. Make sure that their history is important. Make sure they've been paying it on time. Making sure that it was never delinquent, because it might be mindful when it reports to your credit. The same way it's reporting to their credit is going to report to your credit. So if you got 30, 60, 90 days on that
Right.
account,
Oof.
that's going to hurt you. That ain't going to help
Yeah,
you.
that ain't gonna be
Yeah, so
good.
you got to
So
be
you have to
careful
do
on.
research. You have to definitely do
Mhm.
research before
Absolutely. You
you
just don't
ask to
get a
be an
trade line.
authorized user.
Yeah, you just
Hmm.
don't get a trade line. You want to make sure that it's a trade line that you need. Most people, they go out here, they purchase these trade lines, they don't even need them. Credit score only shot up 20 points and now they mad. That's your fault. You're supposed to did your due diligence. Do your due diligence. And again, that piggybacks to credit monitoring service.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So we talked about business credit briefly, but how do you obtain business credit?
You obtain business credit by structuring your company correctly. So whatever your business is, you want to make sure that that company is structured correctly. You want to make sure that you position that. When I say structured, I specifically means articles of incorporation, making sure that everything is on the up and up, making sure that the name is established up and with the Secretary of State, making sure that you have a professional email, a
Mm-hmm.
professional website, a 800 number listed with 411, a EIN number, a business bank account. All of these things are very important. Everything needs to match to the T, from the addresses to the EIN number to everything. Once you have all of those things structured, then you can go ahead and get that line of credit up and going, on that working capital, making sure that your credit score is at a 680. Traditional
Okay.
banks want to see a 680. When I talk about traditional banks, I'm talking about Fifth Third, Chase, things like that. Non-traditional, you might find third parties. I know a lot of them that do help you get working capital line of credit. If the credit score is under a 680, you will have a
Okay.
chance to do that as well. So I am partnered with non-traditional banks as well.
Okay. So for those out there that are listening, watching, she just said a whole bunch of stuff on how you got to structure your business, right? If that's too much for you, because Lord knows it was too much for me, just let the professionals take care
Yeah.
of it, okay? She will get you all the way together.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to do half the stuff. I'm not going to lie. All right. Oh, yeah. The live is recorded. So you'll be able to rewatch it as many times as you like and take notes if you like. And I'm also going to include Sherise information. So you'll be able to reach out to her as well.
Thank you.
So, yes, Sherise took care of me and my business. I didn't have any clue about structuring. I didn't have any clue about how to do what the addresses need to be and where you get them from and phone numbers, websites, all of that. She took
Yeah.
care of it all. Okay. So pay a professional to make sure your business is structured properly so you can get those funds and you can leverage. All right. The key word
Right.
is leverage.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to get those credit cards or those lines of credit if it's not structured properly. So trust me, it is worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about the documents. Excuse me, honey. Whew. Lines of credit. Okay. So can you give us a couple examples of credit cards or banks that you would recommend for personal accounts and business accounts? Just like a couple of gems. Let's sprinkle a couple.
Yeah, no problem. Personal accounts, if you are a member of Navy Federal. If you're
Mm,
not, I advise you to be involved in Navy Federal. It's not hard to get in at all. Navy Federal is a good credit union that
mm-hmm.
will give you those high limit credit cards, $25,000, $30,000 credit cards for personal. You can get up to three. And I think that'll be great credit cards for you. If you get a good three of those, and it's a way that you can end up getting three. That's a whole nother level, taking those three, transferring them into one, getting two more, you see. But this it's
Okay.
levels to this. So
All right. Yeah, they're gonna
so
have to
you can definitely,
they're gonna have to come to you for that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know
We
that,
don't want to give all the
you
secret
you
sauce
say couple, so
away.
I
I
just threw a
understand.
little sprinkle out there for them. So yeah, they can
Okay.
do that with Navy Federal for the personal. With the business, I always recommend my go-to is American Express. I love
Okay.
American Express. You could get about 8 different credit cards with American Express, and you only get one inquiry on your personal credit
Nice.
at the same time. So, when you're dealing with American Express, you're dealing with, Sierra with the platinum, you got the gold, you got the charge cards,
You
right?
sure
Then you
do.
got the limit credit cards. And what I love about the business American Express credit cards, and you get it with the personal too, but with the business, it don't report to your personal. So
Mm-hmm.
you can run it up, if you need to for the business or whatever you need to get done with that business. And you don't have to worry about your debt to income ratio on your personal credit, that utilization. You don't have to worry about that because it's all over the business. Only time the credit cards report, with the business credit cards, only time that reports is if you fall delinquent, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you just want to make sure that you're paying your bills. You want to make sure that you want to up and up with the credit card companies. Don't go out there splurging because it's not for that. When you get
Mm-hmm.
that when you get that business credit cards, you use those business credit cards to help you leverage. That's the word,
Yeah.
right? And it's helping you get to other new levels and on the up and up levels. American Express, they have great reward points. You get the fly for free. You get hotel check-ins, as you build those points. And I stress this so much because when I use my cards, I use all my cards, and I start at the beginning of the year. So when November get here, Sierra, I love to take my points and cash them in for gift cards,
Mm-hmm.
girl, because I don't spend no money for Christmas.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
such a good idea.
yeah, I don't do it. I got 4 kids and a grandbaby. Girl, I take them gift cards, girl, and I do all my shopping. And they give you options. You got Macy's, you got Saks, you got Nordstrom's, you got
Nice.
Adidas, you got Nike. You could choose whatever stores you want and use them points. So just think about it. If you using your business credit cards and you paying your office rent, your utility bills in your office, you see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The gas to put in your
That's
business
gonna add
vehicle,
up.
it adds up. And just think, from January, 11 months from January all the way to November, you got so many points. Now you
Wow.
just cash those points in, get them gift cards, and there you go. Christmas here. You ain't got to worry about being in no situation. You ain't got to worry about your utilization being high at the
Mm.
beginning of the year and you being all stressed out because now you overdid it for Christmas.
Right.
No, you ain't got to worry about none of that. You good.
Girl, that's now that was the whole thing. When I came to you, do you remember? I
You
was
say,
like,
I
my
want
credit
that
score
backpack.
decent or whatever, but I want that Amex, okay? I need
You was
that
on
Amex.
it. You was on
And
it. Yeah,
guess
I went to that
what,
backpack place,
y'all?
and I'm like, okay, you could get it, but wait, we got to do some steps. It's
Yeah.
some steps, but you
See,
got it
I
there,
wanted to
y'all.
skip the steps. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I really wanted to skip the steps. She would not allow me to skip the steps, and I see why now. Because of Miss Sherise, I was able to get my Amex card.
That's right. How I feel.
Girl, I feel real different. Okay, it came in a like exclusive box. I said I ain't never seen no credit
You
card
look
come like
great.
this.
Yeah, girl, get you look great box and open it
Girl,
up.
I
It's
said,
like,
what is this?
girl, yes,
Girl,
I
I
love
felt
it.
real exclusive.
Yes, it is.
Well, I certainly appreciate your time. Before we get off here, I'm gonna see if we have any questions. If you all have any questions, drop them in the chat.
Please
Um,
do. Please do.
so we'll give you all a couple minutes. If y'all got any questions, this is the time to ask. Any credit questions, please drop them in the chat.
And it's definitely a good time, Sierra, because it's beginning to be a new year. 2023 is coming in.
Mhm.
And I am dropping new year, new credit.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm very excited about that. And what that is it's an ebook that I have came out with to help you repair your credit. I know at the beginning of this live, you asked that question, how do you repair your credit? So
Mm-hmm.
for those that want to repair their credit, you can definitely visit my website, pleasantfinancialservices.com. That's pleasantfinancialservices.com. And you can go to shop and you can get that new year, new credit ebook.
I
And it's
love that.
yes,
New
thank you
year,
so
new
much. It's
credit.
only $57. And you go through that and you'll be okay. I just want to say hi, friend. It's been a while. Yeah, you'll be okay. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, new year, new credit. I'm excited about that.
Well,
So that's for those
you
that
should
want to
be,
repair their
honey.
credit.
You are changing lives, okay?
Yeah, I'm excited. I helped about 182 people this year get into their homes.
Wow.
One of my clients just purchased her $500,000 home. I am one, of course, that
Yeah.
purchased my second home,
Yes.
over a
Won't
half
you
a
do
million
it?
dollar second home. So I'm excited about that, and I'm in my dream home, and it's just a blessing. But we got this knowledge, and I just really want to stress that it's important to share it.
It
You don't have to
is. It
nickel
really
and
is.
dime everything. It's okay to help and let our people know and just get it out there so they can position themselves to win as well. It's enough out here for everybody to win.
And that
So
financial literacy is really key.
yeah.
We're not taught it growing up. We
Mm-mm.
think cash is king, right? We
Mm-hmm.
think cash is important. Cash is cool, y'all, but
Yeah.
credit is king.
Yeah.
You can
It's
get a
it's
lot more with credit than you can with cash. You can
yeah.
leverage other people's money and it'll go much
Yeah,
further.
you can definitely, it's definitely levels to it. It's definitely some things that can be done. People, we don't know. So, it's people out here like you and I that can get it together and come together and help share this great information to get people on their way, you guys. So
Yes.
come on, it's 2023. We right around the corner. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Let's get them taxes in order. Let's stop
Yeah.
dummying down in your taxes because you don't want to pay Uncle Sam. And then when it's time for you to purchase, you can't because now your tax return showing that you ain't made no money. Let's stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's ways around it. You can do depreciation. It's a lot of things that you can do, and still give Uncle Sam his money and still get what you want to.
Exactly.
So, it's ways with it. And I just say, hey, let's get it. If you want it, you could definitely get it. You just gotta want it.
Well, here are the tools. I'm giving you all my team. You're welcome, okay? I'm literally handing them over to you all. So there's no more excuses. 2023 is about to be up, okay?
Absolutely.
Well, I
Absolutely.
appreciate you again. Before we jump off, do you have any words of wisdom or anything like that to leave us with?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's not too late. It's never too late to get your life on track. To repair your credit, it takes about 6 to 12 months, the max. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. It just depends on your situation. Everyone's situation is different, but you
Mm-hmm.
still have time. And if it's something that you want, if it's your dream home, if it's a dream vehicle, if you want to get business credit, whatever it is that you want, just sit down and put your mind to it. Know that you can have anything you want in this life. You just have to work towards it and work hard and know that I want this. This is what I want. And educate yourself. Education is key.
Yes.
Reading is key. Knowledge is key. Stop letting everybody put their hands on your financial things and your credit and your
Documentation.
taxes and all
Mm-hmm.
that, and they really don't know what they doing. Stop it. Educate yourself. Nobody
Right.
should know if your business more than you know your business.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
that's all.
key.
Yeah, just let's just be mindful. That's all. Let's be mindful.
We certainly appreciate you dropping all those gems.
You're
Thank
welcome. You're welcome.
you all for tuning in to Building and Bonding. I'm your host, Cierra Thurman, your favorite real estate agent. And again, I hope you all have a good night. If you all in Chicago, we got a snowstorm coming. So before Thursday, tomorrow the last day, okay? Y'all need to get them groceries, do whatever you gotta do before the snow comes. Not even
Yeah.
sure why we still live here.
Oh Lord. Amen.
But I digress. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night and y'all have a happy holiday. Thanks,
Bye.
Sherise.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sierra. Bye, everybody.
Bye.